Hey guys, it's Ethan. I wanted to do a video today talking about Schedtool, which is if you couldn't tell by the name, a scheduling tool for Linux. So I'm going to go ahead and open up a terminal, and I'm going to make it larger. Let's take a look first at the EIX for Schedtool, and it has a nice GitHub page for you if you want to read it. But it basically just query or alters a process's schedule policy. And I've been using this recently because I just now learned about it, and I've been kind of playing around with it. So I wanted to show it off and show some of the nice uses that it could have, especially on Gentoo. So I'm going to open up the man page, and one of the things that we want to look at here, and let me move down to it, is D, which is idle pro. Now, what is idle priority? Well, we can actually also just type in the command and it'll tell us. So idle priority basically is it's kind of in the background. So when you want to run a command with Schedtool, whatever you're running it under will have a lower priority than whatever is happening on the main system. Now, what use does this have? Well, I don't know if you know this, but Gentoo compiles the software through the package manager. And that can be a really taxing process. So if you're doing anything else on the computer, you could set the niceness value of portage lower, but for the most part, it's still going to be pretty intensive, and it's definitely going to take a toll on your performance. So say you want to emerge something. So in this case, we're going to do Firefox. The command you would do would be Schedtool space dash for like the switches, obviously, capital D because we want to do idle priority, and we're going to add an E at the end, and we're going to type the command. So we're going to emerge Firefox, and we're going to let this run in the background, and I'm gonna open up now, or I'm going to have on the screen at least a resource monitor so we can take a look at what's going on. And I believe I can actually get rid of everything else here. So let's just take a look at the processes going on right now. So portage itself still has its main priorities, but you can see emerge actually kind of is sitting back with a lower priority. So while portage, its processes, are still using resources to, for example, in this case, it's using the tar command, or it might also be moving files or setting up another set to compile, emerge is kind of in the background. So I've actually tested this already to confirm how useful this is. So playing a game, for example, without using Schedtool and emerging Firefox, there is a noticeable frame rate lag when actual compiling goes on. Now with Schedtool though, there's actually much less. Well, it's still there because you're still utilizing resources. Like at some point it's going to have to use some resources for one thing or another. It does definitely improve the overall experience if you just want to run an update in the background of your system. Now, while you could run just a background, or while you could run stuff in the background, right, there's also commands for, you can set the scheduling to normal. I believe you can actually set the PID of a program. So let me see if I can find an example. If we have the PyTop open, for example, we could choose anything. So let's just say we wanted to choose, what's a good example? Let's just say we want to take my Alacrity terminal that's open currently, and we want to change the priority of it. So let's type in Schedtool, and then we're going to put our options. So I want to change that priority to idle pro. Let's do capital D, and now let's choose the program, or the PID in this case actually. So we're going to do 29125, enter. And there, so we've just set its priority to be lower, this specific instance of Alacrity. Now I'm not sure which it is, so I'm going to close. Okay, so it's this. This is the terminal with the lower priority now. So I'm not sure if there's really any way to quantify the changes because it's just a terminal emulator, but it is now in the background, so it does not take priority. So you could basically, with anything running, change the priority of it however you want. And there's also normal, and there's first in, first out, round robin, batch for like, I guess, multiple. But all of these are explained again in the man page. So if you want to go ahead and give this a read, it's a very interesting, what do you call it? It's a very interesting read because it tells you how you can do a lot of stuff. So if you've ever been on Windows and you wanted to like right click in Task Manager on a program and set its priority, this is, I guess, another way to do it, maybe a little bit more of an advanced way because you can get really, really specific. You can even change like nice levels and all that stuff. So it's got a lot of potential. So if you wanted to give it a try, go ahead. I highly recommend playing around with it and seeing what uses you can come up with for it. So that's all for me this time around. I'm working on another series for tiling window managers. I just need to figure out how to make a video that isn't 20 minutes long. So stay tuned for that, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.